Hello everyone, I'm Ditta from Ditta Reads, and this time I'm gonna talk about The Host and its movie adaptation. So I read this book back in May, which is a while back, but I watched the movie this week, and I still know what the book was like, so that's not a problem. And with watching the movie though, I finished this TBR JAR challenge from May, which is to read, watch a book and its adaptation, which I did, so that is pretty awesome. But I wanted to share some of my thoughts about the movie versus the book and everything with you guys. So that's what I will be doing, and please let me know what you think about the stuff I'm saying. One little thing though, this will go about like what happens, so obviously it contains spoilers, and if I want to say something about the book and how they executed it in the film, it's gonna be spoilers. So if you still want to watch the movie or still want to read the book, then this isn't really the place for you to be right now, because there are gonna be spoilers. But otherwise, if you already read it, or if you're not planning on ever reading it or something, then just go on and watch this video. First off, I did really enjoy this book way more than I expected it to be. You might already know this if you've seen my book talk that I will link down below. But you know, being this from Stephanie Meyer and also the hate she got, I didn't expect to like this book back then very much, but I did really enjoy this book. However, for the movie I didn't have that much of great expectations or anything, because let's be honest, books are always better than movies, and with, for example, Twilight, everyone was always like, the books are way better, the movies aren't that they aren't the books. So I wasn't going into it expecting to be blown away. But I did end up liking the movie. It was entertaining. It wasn't like the best movie ever or anything, but you know, I was entertained, so that was what I was going for, and it was even better than what I expected it to be, because I kind of expected it to be not great at all. And I did end up enjoying it, so that's a good point. But I want to compare some of the stuff from the book and the movies. First off, I will start with something positive. So I did enjoy how they portrayed like two consciousnesses in Melanie's body in the movie. Like obviously it was like a voice you heard, but you know, you can do it in a good way or a bad way, and I think they did it in a good way. It was convincing enough for me, and it worked. I really enjoyed the way they portrayed like two consciousnesses in one body, and oh my god, what I did with my camera. So that was good. I did that thing that was very convincing. But one of the points I liked most in the book is how like they develop their relationships, and I mean especially Wanda and Melanie. I mean, they are trapped in one body, and in the book they have like this slower paced building of the relationship, whereas in the movie I thought the building of the relationship was kind of absent, and they just suddenly got along out of like nowhere, and I didn't really enjoy that, because I liked reading how they got together and became, you know, friends, even though Wanda was taking possession of her body and everything. Also, Melanie was way stronger in the movie than she was in the book. I mean, she could do all this stuff with her body when she got really mad, which wasn't quite possible in the book as often as it did in the movie. I mean, in the book it happened a couple of times, but in the movie it happened a lot of times. So that wasn't like my favorite point ever, but however it did work, and it worked for the movie, so it isn't the worst point ever. What I also did like, just a random note, is how the souls looked in the movie. You mean, the movie starts somewhere where they transplant like Wanda into the body, and you can see how a soul looks, and it was exactly as I imagined it would look like. I mean, that it was on point. It was totally what I imagined it to be like. So that was great. I was in the start a little bit bothered by the Seeker, because in the book she's like the most irritating person ever, and Wanda and Melanie kind of bond over, you know, not liking her and being irritated by her. But in the movie I felt different about her. She wasn't as irritating in the start, and you know, she wasn't it was different, but it also worked in the movie. I mean, the Seeker still was like this person you didn't like and that went after them, and you know, it got things started. I like it more in the book though than in the movie. So yeah. And as I was talking about relationships earlier, I mean, I was talking about Wanda and Melly's relationship because, to be honest, that's like the most important relationship for the story. But you also have like romantic interest, which also in the movie were kind of out of nowhere and didn't really have any build up or anything, which they did have kind of more in the book. So I did like that more in the book. But okay, you can't spend everything in the movie. But you know, for a story, a science fiction for a story that's not, you know, focused on battles but on relationships and that kind of stuff. Why skip out so much of the relation building, and why? Why would you do that? I don't know, but I did think it was way better in the book than in the movie, because in the movie all the relationships were kind of sudden and everyone just went on falling in love and trusting each other for no apparent reason. And yeah, I did really like the settings in the book. They took from the book in the movie though. I mean, the caves, they were on point. I really liked how everything looked. It looked really sick. It was amazing. It was very cool. The props and the decors and landscapes and everything, that was great. I did miss some of like the stuff I really enjoyed in the book was also like background information about the universe and how everything came to be and their species and all the different kind of, you know, life that's in the universe. But you know, it's a science fiction book and science fiction people, they like that kind of stuff. So I was like a bit disappointed that there weren't more storytelling about the different universes in like the movie, but whatever. They didn't do that. I guess it's something that I didn't have time for. So yeah, I was however entertained by the start, how it was like that there was peace and everything was okay, but we weren't human anymore. That was a really good start. I really liked the starting piece of the movie. That was on point. But I did miss some of like the information about the souls and all the other life forms, because I really enjoyed that in the book. Even though it wasn't like a big part of it, it was something that really made the book feel more real and, you know, developed. I did like that I had like the cliffhanger ending. At first I wasn't sure if I in the book if I did like the cliffhangery ending kind of thing that was after like the end. You had like this cliffhanger ending, and I wasn't sure if I liked it in the book, but I grew to like it more. You know, after thinking more about it after I finished the book, and I was very happy they had it in the movie, because okay, it would be weird if they didn't have it in the movie, but somehow I didn't really expect it to be in the movie. I thought maybe they will leave it out like all the other things they left out. So I didn't expect it, but it was there and it was pretty cool, and I enjoyed that ending. I really enjoyed the start and the ending. That was cool, but you know, the main story, it was way better developed in the book. However, I think the adaptation was decent because, you know, the main plot points, they all were all there and the most important things happened, and I guess that's what you want, sort of. I mean, it would have been great if it was more exciting and stuff, because sometimes the pacing was slow, and in the book the pacing was way better, but in the movie it sometimes became to feel a bit slow, but most of the time it picked up, and I did end up enjoying it. It was enjoyable to watch. I wouldn't watch it again and over again, or like a second time really, because it isn't something you can watch over and over again. I think it was enjoyable because I read the book, and seeing it once, it was entertaining, and seeing characters come to life and all that stuff, it was cool. But I think it's a pretty decent adaptation. I don't know. I don't. The focus and the story is a bit off, I think. I mean, they let the plot happen, but a lot of the plot was about relationships, and I mean all the relationships, not just the romantic interest, and it didn't really happen in the movie. So I was a bit disappointed. But overall, it was entertaining to watch. The book is still the preferable way to get into the story, so read the book, don't watch the movie. Well, you can watch the movie if you read the book and want to see what they did. And that's what I did, and that can be quite enjoyable. But if you just want to know the story, read the book. It's awesome, but you probably already read it. And I think the book was way better than the movie, and the movie was likable, and the book was very likable, kind of awesome. I enjoyed it. So, yeah. So, I enjoyed the book more than the movie. But what did you enjoy more? If you've read the book and watched the movie, what do you think? Do you think the book is better or do you like the movie more? Please let me know down in the comments, and it will be fun. I can react to things and you can say why you like something better. And if there's anything you want to comment about what I said, please do so in the comments and it will be great. This was all I was going to say about the movie and book, I think. I mean, my head is kind of empty further. I don't know if there's anything else I wanted to say. I probably have forgotten a lot of stuff, but it's alright. So, if you like this video, please like this video or subscribe to my channel, and then there will be more of me. I hope you have a great day, enjoy life, and be happy, and I will see you soon in another video. Goodbye!